So you have had a workout with the guys?
Yeah, we had a workout with all the newcomers.
All 50 of them?
Yeah, yeah, and it's the first time we've had, I don't know if we had to do this, but we put their names on the front of the helmet. But first names, because I think the last names are kind of informal. But it was a good workout. We went about an hour and 20 minutes, and it was a little warm out there. And there wasn't two full groups of big guys, so the big guys got a lot of work in. But I'm glad we did it, because even though they were half confused, I think they got a feel for what a Division I, or at least one of our practices, is like. And when we go tomorrow, it'll be a little easier for them.
We mentioned 50 guys. How do you get ready for that?
Well, we've kind of, we've been preparing for it for several months now, and a lot of guys have been here for a couple months. I'm really excited. As I told them, we'll see how it plays out, but it's by far the biggest bunch of newcomers I've had, and I think it's the most talented. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 20 to 22 of them that wind up playing some for us this year.
You've done this a number of years, obviously, in your coaching career. Do you go into this year any different than you've done in the past?
Yeah, I don't know if you go into it any differently, but to say that you can't completely erase the bad feeling from last year until you win games this year, and it should be painful, and we should have a chip on our shoulder all the way through the season. But I think our guys will do that, just judging on how spring went and summer workouts. But there's no question we got a lot to prove, starting with the coaching staff, and I'm anxious to start proving.
Is that easier to do when the expectations are not that high? Pick 6 to finish in the conference.
I don't know. I think you want high expectations, and we've had higher ones certainly than we've had now. But if you're a competitor and they're keeping score, I mean it's got to be really, really important to you. And that's not that it wasn't for us, but I don't know. I think we probably weren't mad enough about losing at times, and that part of it, I'm talking about overall, not everybody, but too many people, and that part will be. I think this group is going to be ultra competitive, and I'm going to try to force that issue.
You have a guy on defense you can point to and say, do it like he does, that guy does it right?
Well, I think there's more than one. It's hard to pick out one guy, but you look at some of the seniors, and like a Luca Bruno and a Parker Zellers, and guys that have been around a little bit, DeAndre Miller, those guys, football is really, really important too. So we have enough examples to where football is really important too, that we can point to it. And I like to think that I don't have anybody that football is not really, really important to, but there's just different levels of it. And I do think, judging on what I saw, the newcomers, and judging on what we got returning, that there'll be a little bit more of a sense of urgency that we have, and there should be, obviously based on what we've done the last couple seasons.
Speaking of DeAndre, for those of us that weren't in LA, just an update on his situation.
Yeah, he's not going to be here at the beginning of camp. I mean, he'll be here getting treatment, and we'll hope he'll be ready for the first game.
What was the process of getting Chuck Cecil on board?
Well, I've talked to Chuck before, and I have openings, and then we had this an opening for player development, and I kind of combined the player development and an analyst role, and I've been keeping in contact with Chuck anyway, and I think he was maybe looking to stay involved in it, and so I'm excited about him. I mean, he's been a coordinator in the NFL. Obviously, he loves Arizona, and he's got a lot of friends and people that he knows here in town. So he's going to be a great addition to staff.
How much can you tell us about what his role will be, what he actually will do?
Oh, a little bit of everything. I mean, mostly as a little bit different. There'll be some administrative stuff, but as I told him, I'm not hiring him to do administrative duties like Matt or those guys are doing per se. He's going to be doing more football administrative things than and he's not allowed to do the coaching part because of the NCAA rules, but there's a lot of football administrative things and football player development stuff that he can do and bring his expertise in, and that'll start as soon as tomorrow.
When you talk about Chuck Cecil and bringing him in, what do you tell the kids that don't maybe know who he is, the 16 and 17-year-olds that said they've never seen him play?
Yeah, he'll get natural respect. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's an All-American here. He played in the NFL. But I think he'll get even more respect when they see him talk and work with him. I mean, I think that's what every player, every athlete, wants to be around people to help him get better, and both on and off the field. And you can watch every highlight film we have has probably Chuck's highlights, especially that 108-yard interception for a return against ASU. But I think the biggest advantage for us in using him is his expertise in the football world, and I think our guys will be excited to get to know him.